Hello and welcome to not an episode of the Lonely Knitter podcast. This is the Lonely Knitter on the road. I am going to the Summer Wool Festival today in Bedford. I'm driving there. You'd hope I'd know where it is. I don't. I'll put Google Maps on after we've finished this little chat. I don't usually record when filming. This is the longest video that's ever going to be on my phone, I reckon, because I thought I would just start recording when I left the petrol station, and when I stop for coffee I will stop it recording, so I just have a little chat on my way. Not last minute, because I went to Summer Wool last year and it was lovely and I had such a nice day out, and I wanted to go again this year, and I had planned to go again this year, but everything had been really busy, and obviously it's school holidays, and yeah, everything had just been very, very busy. And then I'd kind of written it off. Like last week I'd suddenly gone, oh no, you haven't got time, and then one of my friends was like, I'm going, come. And that cracked me. So I went and booked my ticket. I had planned to go, and it'd been such a lovely experience last year, apart from my car broke down on the way home and I had to drive home at 30 miles an hour in limp mode the entire way. So I wanted to go again this year, but it was just whether or not I was able to. Anyway, last minute snap decision, and I'm off. So I thought I would take you with me on my little day out. Now, I always say this. I always say I'm going to record and I'm going to take clips and I'm going to do this, that and the other, and then I forget, and the whole day goes past and all I have for footage is the odd blurry picture and then a little haul video at the end. This time I'm going to really try and video. Okay, it might be a bit boring because there might be big chunks of just video with music, but I'm really going to try to video throughout the day and take pictures and then put it all together, so you get a little bit of an experience of my day at the Summer Wool Festival. Summer Wool is organised by the same people who do the Southern Wool Festival, Southern Wool Show, and one other one that always comes out of my brain. I'll put it on the screen. You know when you're just trying to think and words are gone. But the people who run it are notoriously really lovely. Like, everybody knows that these people are really nice, and I've never vended at one of their shows, not because I wouldn't want to, because I absolutely would, but just because I can only do sort of 3-ish a year with childcare and everything that we can. For our family, that's what works the best for us. And they just, so I like do a Scottish one, so I do Glasgow, or I have done Glasgow for this year. I'm doing Glasgow and I've done it for the last year as well. You never know, they might not let me in next year. But I like to do a Scottish show, and then I really love Unravel Autumn because it fits in well for me, and I like Yarndale. Waltham Abbey in January is one that I absolutely love, but it's not on next year. But those ones all fit in really well with my calendar with organising East Anglia Yarn Festival, and it means that I can't, with everything as how it goes, I can't apply for Summer Wool or Southern Wool. And one year I will definitely change it up and apply and see if I get in, because everybody I know who vends at those shows, the ones run by, I think it's Nick and Natasha, I'm so sorry if I've got that wrong, but everyone I know who vends at their shows has an amazing time and absolutely loves it. So I would love to do them one year if they'd have me, if I can just move everything around and make it fit. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going there today. But I went last year and it was such a lovely atmosphere and so well organised and just really nice. So I'm really looking forward to going again this year, and I have a couple of lovely friends who are vending, who I can go and give a squeeze to, and my plan for haul is, first of all, Stitches on the Sand is coming up in Lowestoft on the 20th of August, which is my hometown, and it's an event that I run. And it's 10 yarn show vendors in a room right by the seaside. So you get a chunk of a yarn show, but it has a much lower capacity for footfall. Like, we have a really strict number of people that can come in, so it's way less than a normal yarn show. So you get a bit more of a small show vibe, but still with 10 yarn show vendors and a brownie lady. But I'm saving up for that, so I haven't got tons of money to spend, but I would like 3 or 4, I'm thinking, single skeins of sock yarn, because that's what I'm building back up in my stash, because I went through a big stage of trying not to buy single skeins of sock yarn, and now I need to stack those back up. And then I would like a couple more cables for my Chow Goose, but I don't know if pearlescents are there this year. I will find out when I get there. And what else? Anything that like really catches my eye. Like, if there's something that I can't leave behind, then I'm definitely gonna probably get them. Anyway, I am on my way, and I will catch up with you when I get there. And let's all keep our fingers crossed that I actually record something today. If there's anything after this video, you'll know that I did or didn't. Anyway, I will see you in a bit.
I am out of the show. I have no idea what I videoed. You know when you have like a total mind blank? It's been such a good day. I've met up with loads of friends, quite a few people who I haven't seen for a while, and it's been so nice. And I was going to go at around 2:30, then I found Sharon and ended up staying until like 4:15 and the show shut at 4. So I'm now headed back to my car, and there is barely any cars left now. Because everyone is headed out, but it has been such a nice day, and yeah, I have no memory whatsoever of what I've actually filmed, but I'm sure I've taken at least a few clips along the way, so hopefully we'll be alright. But just as I went to leave, I was meant to be leaving at 4, and just as I went to leave, my hair's going everywhere, I spotted Dinah from, was it Dina? Dina's Home of Crafts, and that's where I get most of my Dharma dyes from that I use for my yarn dyeing. And I thought, oh, I might go and grab a few colours that I know I'm a bit short of and try out a few more, because obviously if you see her at a show you don't have to pay delivery. So, oh, my hair is really in my mouth now. Anyway, so now I have a big bag of dye with a few replacement colours and a few new ones to try. And I'm headed back to my car. My car's all the way over there, all lonely. And I've got 2.5 hours drive home, but I have a new basket, I have lots of goodies, and when I get back I will do a quick little haul video. Actually, I might even do it in my car, because no, I won't. I will do it when I get home. I was going to say I might do it in my car because there's no little people, no distractions, but if I do that I won't be home in time for bedtime, and it is coming up for 4:30. Takes me 2.5 hours to get home, so I'm hoping to see the children before they go to bed, so I will have to record a haul later on. Hello, I'm back home. I am tucked in a corner of my living room. My children are in bed and my husband is in the kitchen and is going to come through here in a minute, so I don't have very long, but I thought I would quickly film a little haul video of the things that I got today at Summer Wool Festival, because if I don't do it now, goodness only knows when I'll do it. I'm tired. Can you see I've got big bags under my eyes? But I thought I'd just go through what I've got. So the first thing that I got when I went in was their little free booklet, and it just says welcome to Summer Wool Festival, and it's got the information on. Mine's a little bit worse for wear because it's been bumping around my bag and being used all day. And inside it's got a combination of ads, so booklets like these for shows are paid for by the ad space. The one I create for East Anglia Yarn Festival is
free to my customers, and I try and make it as much like a magazine as I can, but it is paid for by the wonderful vendors who choose to put adverts inside it. So there's a big one for Knitting for Fun, who are a Knit Pro retailer, on the back, and then we have Jibby Russo's and Cat and Sparrow. And yes, it's just a warm welcome to the Summer Wool Festival, and it has information about the show. Yes, Blue Fern Yarns is the Norwich-based dyer, and underneath them is wonkyweaver.com. So there's information about their workshops, their guilds, respect and diversity at their shows, media partners. Knit One Kits have got an advert. There's also an advert for the Southern Wool Show, which is run by the same people and is on the 2nd and 3rd of September at Newbury Racecourse. Classic Carder have got an ad. There's information on their street food area, and then they have a map with arrows and everything telling you where all of the vendors are. And then there's an actual list of all the vendors and the rooms that it says the rooms they're in, and it gives you their website information. And then there's Barn to Yarn and Dina's Home of Crafts have got adverts. Hedgehog Equipment and Moonbeads have adverts. The Threshing Barn and Wool Mouse. And then Yarn Mixology and Dyeing Made Easy. So that's everything that's in the booklet, and it was useful. I did use it. So the first thing I'm going to show you is what I have been carrying everything around in all day. Now this is very much a peer pressure purchase. My lovely friend Georgie of the Fibre Fox, her mum and her sister Ellie and Amy were all there, and they all got baskets, and Georgie's was absolutely gorgeous. It's very similar to this one, but it had a pink edging and a pink handle, and I loved it, but they didn't have any more with colours on the top and the handle that I liked out on their stand, but this one was gorgeous, and I love these colours. And I had actually looked at getting a basket this size quite a few times and hadn't got one. I have a really small one, and yeah, today I cracked and bought this one, and I love it. And it's the perfect size because we are sorting out our living room, and there won't be any sort of shelf space or places where projects can hide, any boxes or anything where projects can hide once it's all sorted out. So a basket where I can put projects that's cute, that I can sit on the floor somewhere, is now a necessity. But this also then became my shopping basket for the day. So I got this, and I'm always sure I'm saying this wrong, but I bought it from Injabulo, and it's so the leaflet on the inside tells you a bit about it. So this beautiful basket was skillfully made in, I'm going to butcher this I'm sure, Bolgatanga in Ghana by a member of the, I'm going to put it on the screen, I'm not going to attempt it, group of mainly female weavers. Each basket is made from grass which grows wild. It's gathered, prepared and coloured with natural dyes, making it completely biodegradable. Every basket is unique, and yeah, it's gorgeous. This vendor also came to East Anglia Yarn Festival, but by the time I got over there to look at these size baskets at East Anglia Yarn Festival, all of the colours that I had looked at had sold out. They went like crazy fast. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Then I bought, now every single yarn show that I go to that Emily Cross Ceramics vends at, I get one of her mugs. So Emily's mugs are my absolute favourites, and I am very slowly replacing all of my shop bought mugs with handmade mugs, and I mainly drink water out of them. Emily's, I like her larger ones, and they are, look at that swirl in the bottom, they are a really lovely size, but I've been getting different ones each time, so I can have a whole mix and match collection, and I love this one, and I haven't got one that's anything like it. So new mug to add to my Emily Cross collection, and it came all very safely wrapped up. I then bought, because I can't resist, a pom-pom from the lovely Robin of the Crafty Bird. Robin is one of my absolutely lovely friends, and as I've been doing Barbie yarn recently, I thought, well, this is very current. So it is a very pink with, it has got little black tips, but I don't know if you can see the little black tips. There we go. So Pom Pom from Robin. And then I got some yarn. So this one is from Hannah of Creative Anarchy, and it is Calathean Dragon, and it is 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% gold stellina, 400 meters, 200 grams, and it is gorgeous. It's really moody and sparkly, and I think the sparkles are actually showing up. So this was on plan because I wanted to get single skeins of sock yarn to build back up my sock collection. And then this one is Heatwave, and it is from Castleview Yarns, which is the lovely Jen, and it is stunning and very summer, orange and pinks and speckles, and it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it's super squishy. It's actually the same base I use for my sock yarn, so I know I love it. It's a really nice base. God, I do look tired, don't I? And then the last yarny thing, I was very restrained, is from Yarn Unique, the lovely Caroline, and it is a self stripe. I think it's a self stripe. If not, it's just been,
I found this on the web.
Series joining in, and it is Dream It Honor. 4-ply sock yarn, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it's a 70-gram sock set. My nails are awful at the moment, sorry. I have ruined them with dyeing, and they are very old and I haven't had them redone. But yeah, this one. So that was all the yarn I bought, just 3 things and a pom. And then I bought 3 things for myself and 2 for other people, so I'm not showing them at the moment. But 2 things for myself. So these are from All Wool That Ends Wool, and they are little yarn cake holders, you know, little some people call them ball bags or ball sleeves. Ball bags sounds awful, but they do call them that. And it says holds up to 100 grams of yarn in cake form, keeping it secure and clean whilst you work, which I need because mine always get absolutely nightmarish. So I'm going to take the labels off now that I'm showing them to you, and they are literally just a little stretchy pocket. And I've seen ones that don't have a bottom as well, and they're just like a tube, but this one does have a bottom one. And yeah, it's really stretchy. So as you can put your yarn in there and it will squeeze it, and as your cake gets smaller, it will keep hold of it. And this one has jellyfish on it, and it's super pretty. And then the second one for me is a gorgeous rainbow stripe. Love that. So yeah, and it's like double-sided, it's sewn into itself. Yeah, that's my other one. I have 2 more which I can't show you because every summer I do a birthday advent sort of swap where me and 2 other friends, we open a little package every day of like 5 grams of yarn and a few other little gifts throughout June, and I always say I'm going to put extras in and I forget to put extras in. And next year is going to be a bumper year for extras from me because I'm going to buy a little thing at all the shows I go to and put it in there for my 2 friends. Anyway, the absolute last thing I bought, I did not buy that much. Oh no, it's not the absolute last thing. I've always ended up buying more than I thought I had. My brain is scattered. Is a set of stitch markers, also from All Wool That Ends Wool, and it's their rainbow snagless. And they're quite thick wire, and they're nice and big with beads on, and they got a lovely rainbow set, and they should fit up to an 8mm needle. And I thought, I'm always losing stitch markers, I'm sure I'll lose these ones too, but that means I always need to buy new ones. So I have new stitch markers, and that is the last sort of fun yarny purchase, like for me to play with, like not work related purchase. And then the last thing I bought, which I'm not going to get them all out of the bag, there's a big bag full, because they were all neatly stacked, but in the car on the way home they've clattered about, full of pots of dye. So Dina's Home of Crafts, who is my person that I buy a lot of my dyes from for my yarn dyeing business, was there, and when I see her in person I like to buy a load, stock up on colours that I know I'm nearly out of, but also 2, in fact I'm now thinking of at least 3 that I should have bought and didn't, because they just weren't in my brain while I was stood at her stand. But I also like to grab colours that I haven't tried before, because I'm standing there and I'm like, oh, I haven't tried that one, I haven't tried that one, I haven't tried that one. And it's just a really great way for me to expand my colour library and have a bit of fun with it. So now I'm about to go away for a few days and I'm gutted because I'm like, I want to try all of these. But yeah, I don't know how many I even got, but 13. I've got 13 pots of dye to try. So that was everything that I got at the Summer Wool Festival. Okay, so final thoughts on the Southern Wool Festival. It was a lovely show. It was obviously well organised. The organisers of Southern Wool Festival have other shows. They are very experienced at running yarn shows, and they're good at pulling them off. And it's, you know, you go in and they make sure there is a range of vendors for all price points. Some people I definitely think are very cheap. Like there's a lot of hard conversations going on in the knitting community at the moment about price and about charging your worth and about earning a living wage. And I wish that everyone had the confidence to charge what they need to charge to earn a living wage. And I know that there are people who aren't, and it makes me really sad. And on one hand, I love that there is affordability and there is something for everyone in terms of price point. But on the other hand, there are people who are selling things for cheaper, not earning what they should do for their work and their time. And I wish everyone would have the confidence to get to that point, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, yarn, handmade items are luxury goods. People do deserve to earn a living wage, and it is heartbreaking when you see that people aren't getting that. But a lot of people have put their prices up and are now, charging and earning a living wage. So on the other hand, you know, there is progress and it is lovely. But that isn't anything to do with the organisers of the show in terms of what they can manage. It was lovely. The toilets were always clean, though in the toilets that I used, there was about 3 toilets in the block that didn't have any seats. It was like toilet seats on them. It's a bit odd, but that's down to Redbourne School. That's not to do with the organisers. Yeah, the volunteers were really friendly. It was just in general a really nice day out. All of the vendors seemed really happy. You can tell they're having a good experience and a good time, because they all seemed really happy. And the car park was mental. It was so full, and not mental like it badly organised. It wasn't. The volunteers had it down. It was fine. It's more that it was full. There were so many people, and I went last year and it seemed like there were so many more this year. And yeah, it was really busy, which is really great, because especially as a yarn show organiser myself, it's lovely to see other shows busy, because after COVID things were quiet. Things have built up for my show over the last 2 years, and so seeing bigger footfalls at other shows growing year on year on year again back from COVID is just really promising and really great, and makes you feel like, you know, look at what the future holds. Yeah, it's definitely, I went last year, went this year, I would definitely go again. Lovely atmosphere, a lovely vibe, and yeah, well done to the organisers of Summer Wool Festival, because I had a lovely time, and I was there with lots of other people who definitely had a lovely time too. But yeah, thanks for coming along with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I always forget to film or take pictures or anything at yarn shows. I didn't remember every time to take them today. There was loads of chunks of times that I didn't take videos of certain parts of rooms. I was suddenly like, oh, I didn't go back in there, and I won't go in there, but it's because I was in the moment chatting with friends and making memories that way. So I'm trying not to feel too downhearted about it. But yeah, I had a lovely day, and now I'm absolutely wiped out, but I can't sit down because I have orders to pack. So I need to get to work. But thank you so much if you've watched, and I'll see you next episode. Thank you so much for making me so much less of a lonely knitter.